Hello again, it's Ramin, Springfield Properties. In this video, I want to explain about Emaar's new launch happening, which is Vida branded, the first branded residences in Rashid Yachts Marina community. So before we go all into that, the master plan, mock-up, what you should buy there, I want to show you how does it feel like to live inside a Vida branded building. So right now we're in downtown. That's the branded buildings also at this downtown. That's the Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world, also by Emaar, same developer. Behind me, that's Dubai Mall, the biggest shopping mall in UAE, also been done by Emaar. This Vida, they launched it in 2017 from Emaar directly. It recently got ready. I want to show you how does it look like and how much the prices were back then, how much they're reselling right now. This is not even double-heighted, this is triple-heighted ceiling. So the difference between buying in a non-branded building and Emaar's branded building, the main thing is this basically. When you enter the building, you get the feeling like you're walking into a hotel. We have restaurants, that's Origins. That brand is exclusive, only for Vida brand, only by Emaar, only in the UAE. We had it in Dubai Marina, we had it in Vida Creek Harbour. Right now we're in Vida Downtown, in Vida Emirates Hills. We will have it also at the Mina Rashid. As you can see, this is the difference between buying in a branded building and a non-branded building. You basically inside, when you're entering the lobby, you have all this restaurants, lounges. They serve you everything basically you want. So let's go quickly to the amenities part because I want to show you the pool and all of the amenities and everything. This is something similar with the new launch. This Vida currently we have in downtown, it's 2 buildings. Also in the new launch, they will have 2 buildings. 2 buildings means a shared podium. So on the shared podium, you have more space for the amenities. For example, if it's a pool, they're gonna make it bigger pool onto it. And of course, it's branded, which means the pool's gonna be resort style living. So on the brochure, some of the amenities, something's gonna be mentioned. Working space, like a clubhouse. This is what they mean by that. When it gets ready, it's gonna be something like this. A place for you to work. And if you wanna invite someone, you don't wanna take them inside your unit for a meeting, business or something, you can invite them here. One more fact. We have another restaurant, another brand, only exclusive for the Vida brand. This is Flow Restaurant. Now let's take a look at the pool. The pool in the new launch is going to be something similar to this. This is also on a podium level, 2 buildings connected. You will have some space. So the pool on the new launch, something also similar to this one, is higher than the ground. These are edge infinity pools, which means they are overlooking the community. For example, this pool, you have the best views. In the branded buildings, the best plot, they give it to the branded buildings always. They have the best views. So when you're on the pool, you have a full look over the community. For example, here in downtown, you get to see Dubai Frame, that's one and only Zabil, a very premium building, Dubai Mall, and the skyline, and of course, Burj Khalifa view. We don't want the video to get too long. We're here to explain about the new launch, so we're not gonna go inside the units, but the prices. How much the prices were back then here, when people bought directly from Emaar, and how much they're reselling now. 1 bedrooms, people bought directly from Emaar on the launch, 2.1 million dirham. Similar price to the new launch right now, which is happening. Today, those 1 bedrooms are reselling at 3.8 million dirhams. 2 bedrooms. In here, people bought on average 3.2, 3.3 million dirham. Also, the same price they are selling in the new launch. Now it's ready. People are reselling 6.3 million dirham, 6.5 million dirham. Okay, so let's move on to the location of the new launch. I don't want this video to get too long, but the location of it. Right now, we're in downtown. That's Dubai Mall and Burj Khalifa, literally in the middle of downtown. So how far it is if you drive from downtown to the location of the new launch on the beach? Here. This is the ways downtown until Maritime City, Rashid Yachts Marina is showing 30 minutes. Right here, Mina Rashid. And this is the accessibility right now. This is currently the U3 with construction already in progress. Day and night you are working, finish it quicker. So we reached to the location of the new launch. This is Rashid Yachts Marina, a new master community being developed by Emaar. It's on the beach on the north side of Dubai's coastline. On the map, it looks close to downtown, but it took us more than 30 minutes to reach. We got out 6:10. Right now it's almost 6:45 p.m. because the infrastructure is not properly there. They are still doing construction. Everything is happening to make the accessibility easier. So that's the famous quote, Elizabeth ship. By the way, I prepared some small videos when we were coming on the way so I can show you the progress which was going on. That location, that 30 minutes, is gonna get shortened to 15 minutes. Government, they've spent 5.2 billion dirhams, which is almost around $2 billion, to do the road infrastructure. They're adding bridges, tunnels, they're removing all of the traffic lights leading to here. If you're driving from downtown, we were literally next to Dubai Mall. Right now we reached here, it took us 35 minutes. But once this road and infrastructure, everything is done, that is gonna get shortened to 15 minutes only. This will add a lot of value to the lands in this area. You see this port? Here we have space for yachts. I'm talking about super yachts, longer than 100 meters. We will have 430 spots only for the yachts longer than 100 meters. And of course, residents living here, they will get a parking to park their super yachts or smaller or whatever you want. So now, what is ready in Rashid Yachts Marina? The community is still at early phases. Only one building, one project recently got ready, which is Seagate. You see those buildings, low-rise buildings, those are all Seagate. Building 1, 2, 3, and 4 behind it. As the first launch of the community back in 2022, when Emaar started all of this, you know how much the prices were back then? One bedrooms, similar size, you could buy 1.1 million dirham. Transactions are happening for the same units, 1.7 million dirhams. Why? Because now is Emaar launching at a higher price. Last launch, 2 launches before this, Emaar, they pushed the price higher to 1.7 million dirhams. But this new launch, it just reached to 2.1, 2.2 million dirhams. So soon enough, after a couple of months, they will be able to sell at that price. Because now Emaar, the developer, is selling directly at that price. But those are ready. The first phase of this community is almost ready. On the back side of the first phase, some launches happening still. Bayline, Avonlea, all of them will get ready by 2027, so the first phase. So now we're at the second phase. These coffee shops, restaurants are not even open yet, but that way, you see that blue board which is blocking us? That side is the second phase of Rashid Yachts Marina. This is the location, the new launches are happening. I'm gonna show it to you over the master plan and I'm gonna explain about it a little bit because you get to see Maritime City. You see that area? That's Maritime City. They are both connected. They both have the same entry. Maritime City, only one building is ready now. Anwa by Omniat. You know how much the rents are in Anwa right now? This is Maritime City, nothing ready, still under construction. And the one bedrooms already renting out at 130,000 dirhams. For one bedroom unit. So this is the location of the Emaar sales center. In here we have the master plan, the mock-up of the entire project. How does it look like right now? And how is it gonna look like when it gets ready? This entire community is Rashid Yachts Marina. This was Mina Rashid known, Rashid Sport. This was named after Mohammed bin Rashid's father. It's an important port. They won awards for the best port in the world 9 consecutive times. Now Emaar bought all of it. They are doing residential community, gated community. Emaar is going to be the only one launching in here. So the location, you're familiar with it. We're on the north side of Dubai's coastline. This area is still undervalued. The price per square feet in this area is the lowest comparing to the other residential seafront locations in the entire Dubai. So this is the lowest. And in the history of Dubai, properties on the beach, they've seen the most appreciation. They've been doubled, tripled, even more than that. This area, everything you see, nothing is ready yet. All those things. We're still at the early phases. Only first phase, this cluster, this area, it got ready. Recently, only one building is ready here, Seagate. Then they launched one by one. When the first building got launched, 2022, you know how much the prices were? One bedrooms in Seagate, they were 1.1 million dirhams. Today, transactions are happening. I'm not talking about listings, transactions actual, happening in the month of July. Inside Seagate building, same one bedrooms, 1.7 million dirham. Why? Because Emaar pushed the prices higher. When they launched the previous building 3-4 months ago, last launch, the prices were 1.7 million dirham. After Seagate, they launched Seascape, Sunridge. Then when they reached to Bayline, Avonlea, these two were launched together. This was the last launch in the phase 1. They pushed the prices higher to 1.7 million dirham. So now they get to resell at 1.7 million dirham. In the new launch, they pushed the prices higher. Now we move on to the second phase. They started from Pier Point. Marina Place together. Then they launched Portoview. On Portoview, the price reached to 2 million dirham for a 1 BHK. For the first time, they are launching a branded building, hotel brands, because Emaar, they have non-branded buildings, which were there, you've seen them. Then they have 3 brands, Address, Vida, Palace. Those are different. Even when you walk through them, you get the feeling like you're walking and entering to an hotel. They have restaurants, coffee shop, lounges. The pools look different. The amenities look different. They are resort style. You're going to have the same concept here because earlier in the video, I entered into Vida downtown, which recently got ready. They call it the Vida Dubai Mall. And I mentioned the price and everything. The building going to look something similar with a different design, but amenities going to look similar. You're going to have the same brands of restaurants over there. The best plots Emaar always gives it to branded buildings. As you can see, it's on the beach. You get to see this view, the beach, super yachts, and here at the bottom of each building, it's going to be full of coffee shops, restaurant, nice areas. This is one of the few freehold communities on the north side of the Dubai's coastline beach, which is still remaining, which you still have access to buy directly from developer with a payment plan at the lowest price possible. This is Deira side. This is Al Fahidi side. Here, you've got the gold souk. Here, you've got the Naif souk. So, in this area, the richest people of Dubai, they live here. From 20 years, 30 years back, they started their trading things here inside this. Basically gold, electronics, spices, everything, import, export is getting controlled by them, especially Indians and Iranians. Either they live here on the Sharjah side, or either they live here. Usually they have villas and mansions in Emirate Hills or Dubai Hills or some other areas. So, these areas are not freehold. They don't get the title deed and everything. They can only rent in here, and it's not nice, it's not luxury, it's not fancy. So once this community gets ready, this is the closest gated, nicely shaped community near them. These people are gonna be your main audience to buy the units from you when they got ready. So the first phase, already launched by Emaar, one by one, sold out. Now then we move to the second phase. Second phase, I'm guessing this building should be the last building. Then they're going to move to the third phase, to the fourth phase. So what things they're going to add here in this community? Why you should buy here? Because they're going to add some new concepts, some new things which we never had on the seafront areas of Dubai. They're going to add floating beaches. This is going to be a private beach club, floating beach on the beach. The water is going to be different, crystal clear water. They're going to add floating hotels in this. They're going to add the first amphitheater salon right there. And of course, they're going to bring more hotels. They're going to bring Address brand. They're going to bring Palace brand after this. They're going to increase the price. So all these new buildings that you can see on the mock-up, these buildings until here, none of them have been launched yet by Emaar. But one by one, after this, they're going to get launched. They will increase the price bit by bit. Emaar, they never sell at the price they were selling before, because they want the clients who purchase at the previous phases to make some money. That's the whole point of buying in a gated community, which is getting controlled by one developer. So here we have a bigger version comparing to the mock-up that you get to see how the building would look like. It's going to be 2 buildings, Tower A, Tower B, 20 floors, 16 floors. 2 buildings sharing a common podium, both of them together. This is something similar to downtown, which we saw before. They connected both of the buildings. They have a bigger, massive podium area, and the pool is also Edge Infinity Pool, but this time overlooking the water and super yachts. In downtown, I showed you the view, it was nice, but still not sea facing. So the prices they were selling, 2.1 million dirham for a 1 BHK here. Same thing they were selling 2017 in downtown. People bought 1 bedroom, similar size, 2.1 million dirham. Now they're reselling 3.8 million dirham. This is the kind of appreciation you see in branded buildings. 2 bedrooms. People bought in Vida downtown 2.3 million dirhams, right? 2017. Right now, Emaar is selling 2 bedrooms right here, 3.3 million dirhams. The same 2 bedrooms in Vida downtown, they bought at a similar price. Now they are reselling 6.5 million dirhams. You can expect something similar in this. Once this area gets developed, once this community gets ready. And of course, we're going to have the same restaurant brands. Everything we saw in that building, we're going to have them here. Similar concept. Because those restaurants are exclusive only for the Vida brand. So why you should buy a property on the beach, why you should buy here this side of the town. As you remember, I mentioned you earlier, the properties on the beach, they've seen the highest appreciation. Let me give you some examples. This is Rashid Yachts Marina. Next to us, they're going to be islands. I'm going to put them up here. I'm going to mark them just so you get to know. So right now here, 2-bedroom, for example, 2.2, 2.3 million dirhams for 1,200 square feet of size. That's equal to 2,750, 2,800 dirham per each square feet. So next to us, there's Blue Waters Island by Miras. On the beach, same side, little bit on the left side on the map. You know how much the average price per square feet there? 5,500 dirham. The 2 bedrooms. If you want to get a 2-bedroom, if it's non-sea facing, it doesn't have a sea view, the minimum, the cheapest unit you can find today on Property Finder is 7.2 million dirham. Here you're getting it for 3.3 million dirhams. 6 to 7 years back, they were selling 3 million dirham. Similar price. Now they're reselling 7.2, the cheapest unit. By the way, you're going to find prices 11 million, 12 million. Those are the sea-facing ones. See the difference, see the appreciation. Next to us, there is Bulgari Island. It's also branded. It's by Miras. Those guys are the master developers. The price per square feet starts from 10,000 dirham, goes up to 17,000 dirham. Here you're getting 3,000 dirham. That's how much cheaper you're getting it here. Another Emaar community at the bottom of Palm Jumeirah, which is called Emaar Beachfront. 2016-17, Emaar was launching directly over there at 2,500 dirham. You could get a 2-bedroom there back then at 3 million dirham. Almost. Emaar is selling directly their last launches minimum 6 million dirham. The same 2-bedroom directly from Emaar. So the secondary market, they're also reselling. More than doubled in the value, some units even more. Same scenario is going to be happening here. Once this area gets developed, once all of these things come here. By the way, some things are coming here we never had. It's the metro station. There is going to be a new line adding to the Dubai's current existing metro plan. It's going to be called either yellow or gold line. One of the stations gonna be here on the entry of this island. And based on history, wherever you bought something, after the metro came, between 20 to 25% appreciation happened only because of the metro. So the location of the new launch is gonna be right here, the Vida branded one. If you walk that area, you see that obstructing thing. Until there, it's the first phase, which we are right now at the moment. In the first phase, only this building is ready. Seagate, building 1, 2, 3. There's one behind it, 4. Those are Bayline, Avonlea, and the previous launches of the first phase. Those will get completed by 2027. So Emaar, they announced by 2026, by next year, they're going to launch each and every single building that you saw on the mock-up. And guess what? They're going to increase the prices one by one. That way, people who purchased in the previous launch, this one, they're going to make some profit while it's still off plan. So the prices, 1-bedroom, 2.1 million dirham starting, 2 bedrooms, 3.2 million dirham starting, 3 bedrooms, 4.9 million dirham starting, full sea facing. I mean, the 2 bedrooms right now in Blue Waters Island, non-sea facing, are 7.2 to 7.5 million dirham. You're getting a 3-bedroom for 4.9. For God's sake, it's much cheaper. That's why I mentioned this is the lowest price per each square feet on the beach. 3-bedroom 4.9, 4-bedroom we have only 10 units, is 11.5 million dirham. This project will get ready 2029. The payment plan 80% during construction, 20% upon handover when you receive the keys. So basically each year you will pay only 20%. So I know you still have a lot of questions. We have to end the video right here. We don't want it to get too long. I can talk about this project for more than a day. Even until tomorrow, the same time, I can talk about this project, how good it is. If you're interested in this project, just reach out to me, message me over WhatsApp, or just give me a call. I'm going to send you the brochure, payment plan, details, everything. I know you have a lot of questions. You need to know more. I'm Ramin, Springfield Properties. My phone number is there. You can contact me anytime.